Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 doo. Subscribe if you're interested, and Happy New Year. Actually, I have about an hour and 30 minutes before the new year begins for me, but this video will probably pop up. Well, actually, I don't know. If there are fireworks outside, probably not going to be. It's cold, wet, and rainy. But if it is, maybe I'll film like one or two of those before uploading the video. But regardless, what I am here to talk about today are, today, my wife and I, we were like, you know what, how about we try and catch up on some 2024 movies that we did not get a chance to see, that we heard a lot about, and also sort of in Oscar prep. I don't know if you can tell, but that's an Oscar statue right there. This thing right here. See that? Let me see if I can maybe make you see it a little bit more. Does that help? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, we watched two movies today. Some of them have, one has, I think, had a lot of Oscar chatter, and then the other one, minor, and now that I've seen it, I don't know if it's gonna have any. So the first one we watched today was, well, the lighting got really weird. I look like really red. Okay. It's just trying to figure things out, I think, because I have this on. But anyway, we had watched The Substance today. The Substance. So The Substance, I think I heard maybe a little bit for, like, maybe an Oscar nom. Now, I think this was like very dark horse, but Oscar nomination for Demi Moore. Maybe a Dennis Quaid nomination. I don't know. But this movie, I was really interested in. It's horror. I think horror breaking into the Oscars is just always a good thing whenever that can happen, or something near that can happen. I think that's really cool. So when I started hearing this, I was like, awesome, let's check this out. I can't wait to see it. But we didn't get a chance to see it in theaters, so we rented it from whatever you can rent it from today on those streaming services. And I thought the movie had a really strong start, and it was done in a very artistic manner with the cinematography. There's this great scene, close-up, sort of fisheye-ish, of Dennis Quaid that just like really struck me. The colors are really, I think, I guess like thoughtful. You can tell the compositions and the use of color, all very designed and all done very well. But this movie, like, it has kind of like a serious, I don't know, is that even the right word I want to go for? It has like, what is that word? Verisimilitude to it, like some sense of an essence of reality to it. But then at the end, it just goes off the rails in ways that I was not expecting. Like, it's basically like, do you remember old Lardass is from Stand By Me? You remember him? He like that level of stuff. Or you remember in which one is it? I think it's the first Addams Family, when Wednesday and Pugsley are, what are they doing, like Shakespeare or something like that, and they cut off an arm and blood spraying everywhere. Like, it is like that. Like, it is so, and the makeup effects are just like, it's like body, I mean, it is body horror the whole movie throughout, but it gets like wild. It's like, you know, The Fly in a lot of ways. It's like, I was thinking of The Fly. I was thinking of postmodern Prometheus, from that episode of the X-Files. I was thinking of The Elephant Man. I was thinking of Black Swan. Like, all of this grotesque stuff that you've seen in movies and television, it's all in here. It's all in this. And I don't know, I just feel like it goes off the rails in such an unexpected manner at the end that I don't know. I don't know if the Academy would go for it, even if it is cool that we're seeing Demi Moore in such a unique, awesome role, unexpected part. Like, all of that is very cool. But I don't know. I just don't see him going for it, right? Not saying I wouldn't, I think it would be awesome, but uh, I don't know. I don't see them going for it, but I'd love to be proven wrong. All right, so the second film we watched today was Conclave, and this was interesting. It was making me think of a movie that I don't like, but this I found absolutely riveting, engaging. I was glued, edge of my seat style watching it. But it was reminding me of Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, a movie that I found incredibly dull and boring, but I feel like I need to rewatch it now because I found this one so interesting. There's very little movement. It's just people standing. Actually, it kind of reminds me in a way, but this is way more serious, but it reminds me of Succession. If you've ever watched the show Succession, it's just people standing around, backstabbing each other and conniving and doing all of that. And that's kind of what this movie's about. It's about Conclave, the Catholic Church, all of the cardinals getting together to basically vote on who the next pope's going to be after the pope died. And they're all stabbing each other in the back. They're all working together. They're all lying and doing all sorts of different things. And you're like, who's it going to go to? And we're watching these votes, and then they have to vote again because the percentage isn't high enough. And then, we see vote tallies change, and it's like, oh no, it's going for this guy. And then, but it's not enough, so then we vote again, and then it maybe switches, and it's like, oh, why did that switch? What happened? Okay, they were talking about this. There's gossip going on over here. And it's just really interesting that the whole movie I was like, oh my gosh, oh my goodness. And, it's just people walking around, being quiet, whispering in hallways, and votes being read off. But I was just, it was so gripping. It was so like twists and turns and who's it going to be and who's going to win in the end and become the next pope. And then there's like an even bigger twist at the end that nobody saw coming. Like nothing could have prepared you for that, I don't think, unless there's something I missed. But there's a lot of, I shouldn't even said that. I feel like even knowing that exists at the end is almost a spoiler. I don't know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I don't know. I'm not saying what happened, but just knowing to expect something. Why did I say that? Because I don't think I'm gonna. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'll leave it in. Anyway. Yeah, I think I enjoyed both movies. I know I enjoyed Conclave just because I was just like, oh my goodness, this is wild. Like it just seemed so riveting. And then I was really liking. I mean, I feel like I still like the substance. I was enjoying it, and then at the end, I was just like, what the heck? I think it was like not that I was disliking it, but I was just watching its Oscar chances disappear at the end when the end was happening. Not that they even would have gone for it, but maybe they would have. Maybe they thought it would have been artistic enough. Maybe they still will. Maybe they still will. They could surprise me. I think it would be fun. I like seeing, Demi Moore and Andy McDowell Jr. and Dennis Quaid. So I don't know. It's it was really interesting. So yeah, well, that's what we've been trying to do, is just catch up on movies from 2024 before 2025 hits. We have a lot more to go though, and of course we'll be catching up with the Oscar hopefuls once the actual nominees have been chosen. But yeah, I guess I don't know. I'll go ahead and close this out now. Maybe there'll be something at the end. Maybe not. I'll check to see if there are any fireworks. Anyway, have you seen those two movies? If so, what do you think of them? I'd love to know. I'd also like to wish you a happy new year. I hope your 2024 was great, and I hope your 2025 is even better. I think it was pretty good for me. Got that job that I've been trying to get for, man, what? Almost, I don't know, like I think I decided I wanted that job in 2002. So, my goodness, it finally happened. Wow. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout. Happy New Year! Central Time Zone. fireworks are going on around town, but I just walked outside, couldn't see any. But something I can't believe I forgot to mention in my review of The Substance, it is a New Year's movie. So it was serendipitous that we just happened to watch that. Well, now yesterday on New Year's Eve. It was just perfect. Did you hear that? That was big firework right there. But anyway, again, perhaps we'll see you tomorrow. Happy New Year for more Pure Hangout.